Hey, hey people. Okay, hey, 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 David, hey, haha, hey, 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 hey. Okay, I want to do a live, um, and talk about, and hopefully just share be a bit vulnerable, be a bit vulnerable, and share with you, a bit of, I think this is going to be powerful for me, powerful healing to share, my vulnerability and my trauma. I don't think I've ever explained this one properly. I think you guys will like it. It's very honest and open, and it'll give you a glimpse. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Uber. I'll give you a glimpse of the kind of trauma that I've been dealing with in my life. That apparently, at 34 years old, and 5 years since I've been doing urine therapy and working on myself hard, and really since 2009, I've been facing my fears and working on myself. So a long time ago, I've been in this game a long time, fixing my brain. From 2009 to today, and I stepped it up with physical health 5 years ago, which I'm obsessed with now. So I can't really do any more, and I'm gonna forgive myself, but I'm gonna share with you how fucked up I am in the head. Maybe it will shock you, maybe not. Maybe some of you won't be able to relate, but I want you to realize. I want me to realize. What I've been through. It's not a fucking joke. It's really bad. Right. I've not been sexually abused by my parents, but I've caused myself tremendous brain damage. Um, yeah, I've caused myself tremendous brain damage. I want to cry. I really have. So anyway, so the story, and I'll give you an example of just how fucked up I am. Yesterday, I went to a static dance in Bristol for the whole day. Amazing event with my friend. We made some great connections. Um, I made some great connections, and a lot of my trauma is a massive ego, which means that I become very selfish in my head, and I don't want to be around people and other energies. I come into selfish mode. My trauma, when I'm healing, when you're healing, your trauma has to come to the surface, right? So what happened yesterday was me and my friend took, just before a static dance, we took magic mushrooms, which are very healing. They're very healing stuff. Very healing. But the thing is, I didn't eat anything. I had like a little bit of dark chocolate, brownie. That was it for the entire day. And this was the evening when the dancing started at 6 p.m. So basically, I took magic mushrooms, 1.5, which isn't a lot, but I was in a fasted state. I hadn't eaten for like nearly 24 hours at that point. So it magnified. And it was a lot of mushrooms to not eat. Anyway, a lot of new energies, people I don't know, one or two people that I do know, social anxiety traumas. Anyway, as I started to, and also ecstatic dance is something that I struggle and find very uncomfortable. I do it for the challenge and to meet cool people, but I'm so inside my head I don't feel free to do it properly, and I'm in judgment mode. And oh my god, having said that, it's such a healing thing to do, to allow yourself to be seen, and to get the lessons you need for your healing, and for people to see, oh, you need this lesson, because we're always, whether we talk to people or not, especially within our community, we're always broadcasting what kind of lessons we need from other people. So by being there in a static dance, people can see me as I am, damaged and trying my best, and people can see that and give me the lessons that I need. So that's healing in itself, whereas I've got all the thoughts of, oh, people judging me, and this new energy. Anyway, long story short, I took the mushrooms in a faster state, and wow, did that whack me. And then, maybe about 2 hours into the dance, and it was amazing. I recommend, I totally recommend, this might put people off, I guess, taking magic mushrooms when you're dancing, or even any psychedelics. I said don't take too much, but definitely take some. It really does enhance the experience, very healing. And it made my brain smart, so I knew what was going on. But anyway, about 2 hours into it, and it was a 3 hour set, and then they did a gong bath at the fourth hour. And just before the gong bath, so about 2-3 hours in, I started having, when the dancing stopped, more or less, and we started going to second bath, my brain went full on into insecurities, and I'll share them because these are ridiculous, but these are things I've apparently still dealing with, subconscious things in my mind. So, this is going to be ridiculous. So what was going through my mind, and I couldn't get my head around because of the mushrooms, and because it's my trauma coming out, I figured that trauma, your deepest subconscious fears, have to be seen by the conscious. One way of explaining it is the subconscious pushes it into the conscious in order to release. So that's why crying is amazing. Therapy. You have to cry and feel the emotions of things that you've been bottling up in your subconscious, allow it into the conscious. And the mushrooms, fasted, allowed subconscious issues and traumas to come to the surface. So that I thought, and I have fixed. But get this. So one of them was, this is going to be ridiculous. I got paranoid that I couldn't take care of myself. So I knew it was coming to the end. The song bath was at the end. Because the mushroom higher faster than the trauma coming out, basically my brain would not let go of the paranoia of the fact that I was like, how am I going to... This is what was going through my brain. Extreme amount. It wouldn't let go. My first thought was, how am I going to get my shoes? I can't even take care of myself to find my shoes. Issue number one. Issue number two, how am I going to find my bag? Oh, and my coat with my stuff in it, with my money and my card, which obviously I need. But I wasn't worried about people stealing it. I was worried because it's been a huge part of my life when I was really fucked up that I couldn't take care of myself. I would lose, and I know some of you here can relate to this, because I've got friends now, we're in the same boat. I used to lose so much shit you guys won't believe. It's not clumsiness. It's called extreme damage, and you're addicted to negative attention, so you become the person in your mind that loses things. You're not capable of life. So anyway, I couldn't get it out of my head, and it was torturing me. What am I going to do to get out of this place? I was high, and I needed to get out. It was too many lessons going on at once. There was too much energies. I was too high, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to find my shoes. And two, I'm not going to be able to find my coat with the money and card in. And three, my friend had to ride a bike, and I had to go and get a taxi, but yeah, I just couldn't look after myself. I had the paranoid thoughts. I'm like, fucked. And then my safety felt under threat. I felt unsafe. Because these are things that I couldn't handle at points in my life. Now I can, but they still need to be released. So these thoughts came from the subconscious that I've been living with when I was going through the worst days of my life. These to be constant thoughts. I couldn't take care of myself in a basic way. I really couldn't. The proof now that I can is that when it came to it, I found my shoes easily. I found my coat easily. I found my bag easily. So that's the proof that I've changed. So in other words, that wasn't my reality anymore. That I am clumsy, that I lose things. Very rarely now. It's not completely fixed. But the reason why it came up is because that's my subconscious that I haven't healed. And it was so real. When your subconscious trauma comes out, it feels so real. And I went back into that time. It put me back into that energy that I can't take care of myself. And do you know what it did? It ruined the experience at the end. It ruined my vibration to say goodbye to people. Because what happened was, when my safety was under threat, I went into selfish mode. Basically, you become really egotistical. I don't mean ego, I mean the way you think. You become really selfish. So at the end, when everyone was doing the closing ceremony, I unconsciously wasn't even participating fully. My mannerisms were acting like everyone was being happy and nice, and we had a great moment. But I couldn't feel connected to people because I was in selfish mode, I was in protection mode, and I was in survival mode, and I thought my survival was under threat. So in other words, this manifested in, everyone was smiling, hugging, and taking it seriously. But I was so selfish. I on purpose, unconsciously, was showing mannerisms that I'm not going to do what everyone else does. I'm going to do different things. Attraction to negative attention because you're in selfish mode. That's a really good explanation. It's very true. It's very true. And I live that, and I know it's the truth because I live my body and I'm fucking smart. Just I know you guys are smart with your own conditions. The reason why you guys are smart is because you've been through things that are unique to you. You're inside your body, and most of all, you're self-aware. So your self-awareness and acknowledgement of the truth, no matter how painful it is what makes you rise and what makes us smart. Which is why I know I'm on point with this. I was not vibrating. It was so bad at the end. So bad. I was just walking up to people and super in survival mode and needy. And it was off-center. Off. No vibration, no vibing with people. It was just weird. I needed help. Yeah, I need help. It was mental. And there's a lot of work to do. I have it in my memory that I can't take care of myself. And I'm not perfect at taking care of myself, but like I said, when it actually came to it, I did find my shoes easily. My coat was easy to find. It was alright. And my friend really helped me get back. But it's not nice living the trauma coming up. It's like reliving your darkest days again with the magic mushrooms and fasting. But that's very healing. But the thing was, I put myself in a space. You know when you do these things, I'll leave you with this last message. When you do these things, I think there's a reason why sometimes it's not good to do too much psychedelics with people you don't know. I can start to understand that now. Sometimes it's just better to do it in your own space, or with someone you trust. I was with a load of new energies doing a static dance, so no wonder I freaked out. Yes, I did make a few friends, I was talking to people, but most of them, I can't walk up to everyone, it was just so uncomfortable. And it really taught me a lesson, because it's not nice to go back to the times when I really couldn't take care of myself, when I was losing shit all the time, because it was telling me negative stories that actually destroyed me. What destroyed me is the negative stories that I created in my head as I became antisocial, because I chose to hide in the toilets at school during breaks, and that made demons in my mind, and it was telling me the wrong stories about myself. And those wrong stories manifested in low self-esteem, that manifested in attraction to negative attention, which manifests in a story that I can't look after myself with basic things. So I might lose my shoes, I might lose my card, I might lose my passport all the time. My money, can't take care of myself. That was the story. And apparently, despite the evidence that I could handle it, it's still in the subconscious, and it's not been cleared. And that's holding me back. I'm being held back. You are being held back by your subconscious traumas. So in other words, what I'm saying to you, you consciously might not be doing, you might not be doing the bad things that you did in the past. You might have healed them on a conscious level, but on the subconscious, unfortunately, there's a lot of work to be done. It's still there, and that subconscious is, of course, affecting the conscious and holding you back in some way. But in order for something to be released, it needs to come up to the surface, and it needs to be felt. It needs to be felt and exhumed, just as I went back into my darkest days of insecurity, and I can't even take care of myself, and my survival, my very survival, was under threat. During that entire gong bath, I couldn't relax. I couldn't enjoy the gong bath. My survival was under threat. Pathetic. But true. Oh man, I'm so fucked up. Yeah, but it's alright, and I just feel sorry for myself right now. I've really messed myself up. Right. But I have come a long way. So yeah, thanks for listening. Cheers, Daniel man. Alright, I didn't know I was going to cry. But... Alright. Alright, thanks.